What's up, everyone, and welcome back to some more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And today, as you can see, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, so nice that I finally pulled him, maxed him out, super attack and base orb stuff. Yeah, so did that, obviously, as you guys saw in the last video. But that's not what we're here to discuss today. We're here to talk about the new 200 million download celebration. Now, this is coming right off of the 2-year anniversary and in global, obviously, and this is a little bit spoiling. Like, honestly, if I'm going to be completely honest, once you go over it, you'll see why. Like, because we're getting so many, like, stone opportunities in such a short amount of time that, like, for any amount of time after, it's just going to be, like, it's just going to seem like a drag, and, like, they're just kind of depriving us of stones, especially for free-to-play players. I mean, I'm not free-to-play anymore, so less of a big deal for me, but, you know, if the news ever loads, I can show you guys what I mean. Because there's a couple things that I don't like about the celebration, but for the most part, this is actually a pretty good opportunity for you guys to get stones. Even though it's kind of like stupid that they dropped this at the time they did. It's cool that they dropped it, it's unannounced, but for people who just went all out on Super Saiyan 4s, this probably isn't the greatest timing, but we'll see if the news ever loads. I'm still in my setup with the weaker internet right now, farther away from my router, and don't have the greatest internet to begin with, so it's not necessarily a great sign. So we'll just sit here and wait until this loads, if it ever loads. I had it open before just fine. It wasn't a big deal at all, but now it's deciding it's going to be painful because I'm sitting down to record. And as you can see in the background of this video, there's a new Omega Shenron and a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta card that is being released. The Omega Shenron is going to be, oh, it just loaded when I started talking about this. The Omega Shenron is just going to be an extra stage in the already existing Omega Shenron event, and then the Goku, or the Gogeta, is going to get his own event. But let's talk about it. First, let's go over the special missions. Special missions. So you can get up to 20 Dragon Stones every day. And this is going to take a while to load, probably, too. So, basically, you know, like, if you're familiar with how they've done missions before, oh, it actually loaded pretty easily. Familiar with how they've done missions like this before. You go into the missions, normally like King Kai, the Kami, and the, what was it, Korin missions? I believe Korin's the first level of them. So, if you get 2 Dragon Stones for completing all of these missions, so consume 20 stamina, clear any stage 1 time, 3 times, 5 times, 7, and 10. So that's the basic ones. Clear any stage without a continue, that's pretty simple at this point in the game. You just do training or one of these things. Get stronger by training, use a training item, and use a training location. Those all give you 2 Dragon Stones. Now, the big catch with this is that this is going to be daily until the game has distributed 200 million Dragon Stones to the players among both versions of the game, which creates a couple of problems. For one, people who reroll. It shouldn't be that big of a deal for rerollers, but I mean, it's always a possibility. 20 extra stones right there. It kind of sucks, but at the same time, this is a pretty good opportunity to get a lot of stones. So I just wish they could do a little bit more about, like, giving the new accounts. Like, it's hard to tell if there's a reroll or not. Like, it just really is. That's the only, like, big kind of concern. That's not even a really huge concern, though. So as you can see right here, it starts today. I've already done a few of them, actually. And until 200 million Dragon Stones are distributed. And this, as I just said, is across both versions of the game, the Japanese and global version of the game. And if 200 million Dragon Stones are not distributed, it will end at the end of August. So, what? Why? Why does this happen now? I'm just going to sit here and tap retry until it connects me back to the internet. Because I'm sitting, like, I'm not sitting that far away from my router. It's just, there we go. There we go. It's also, when I have it plugged into the connector to record videos, I can't tell if my internet's actually there or not, so I couldn't even check if I wanted to. So that's that. Login bonus for the 200 million global downloads celebration. And these aren't nearly as good as the anniversary login bonuses, like, but they're still really good as opposed to, like, a normal celebration. Comparative to a normal celebration, these are good rewards. Just compared to what we've gotten in the last celebration, it's not as great, which, I mean, that's whatever. It doesn't really matter all that much to me. But it's nice to get all these. It's still nice to get a bunch of rewards, especially because it's things that are harder to come by, as you'll see in just a moment. So first of all, first time you log in, this is going to start, actually probably by the time this video goes up, but it's going to start at 1 a.m. Eastern time on 7/27, which it is right now, but it'll be 7/28, 1 a.m. Eastern time. You're going to get a Bulma. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with the Goku Jr. event, basically they give you a Goku Jr. and they give you a bunch of ways to get this Goku Jr. and max him out in the dupe system with special orbs that are just for this character. That is what is going to happen with this character. Obviously, it won't be as good as Goku Jr. character is, because Goku Jr. turns into a Super Saiyan Goku Jr. He has Super Saiyan and all those links, and I believe he has GT as well. This character probably won't be as good. I don't know anything about her links or anything yet, but I'll make another video covering that. And this event is going to be called Looking for Mr. Right. It's going to be medals and orbs, obviously. And it'll probably give you cards through missions. Well, I'll make a video discussing that when the event does drop, which will probably be tomorrow. But we'll see how good this card is. Dokkan Awakens too, so that'll last until the end of next month. So, or that actually doesn't last till the end of next month. This actually is the daily login stones. So it's actually 35 days, which is not something I've seen before. So basically, it's gonna be 70 stones because it's 35 days, so 35 times 2. So, you're going to start with some medals right here. First 3 days, you get a Supreme Kai and an Elder Kai these days. You're going to get swords and weighted training clothes for 5 days right through here. Gravity Chamber, some Hercule statues, King Yama, some Baba points, and Android 8 items. 10,000 friend points, Ghost Ushers. Ooh, we're going to get turtle shells of all types. That's actually pretty nice. All types orbs. All types orbs right there. Fruit of the Tree of Might. You're going to get Bulma Awakening medals and items, which is kind of cool, I guess. Another Supreme Kai, another Elder Kai, more swords and training gear, some more Awakening medals, another Gravity Chamber, 10,000 friend points, which is the same as the amount up there, another Hercules statues, and finally one Elder Kai that you can use to raise super attack. Pretty nice. Wish there was one more Elder Kai thrown in here somewhere, and other than that, I have no complaints. That's great. 35 days, which is longer than it usually ever is. So that's pretty nice. All right, so now that we're moving on from that, let's get into the big one right here. 200 million global downloads celebration. 15 events are going to be happening for this. So first is going to be the login bonus event. We just went over that. Already started. This is going to be the Stones Duel Challenge. I actually don't know what this is. I'll make a video discussing it once more details come out. I have no idea about it. And then I also have no idea about this. This is going to be the Japanese versus the international version. So, if this is just based on like player base, then international is gonna smoke Japan. Like, there's no way that global is gonna lose, and that's just because of more players and more popularity. But we'll see. And then we went over this already, which is gonna be up to 20 stones a day. Stones are gonna be on sale again. You can buy 5 a day for all. It actually looks like it's only like 23 days instead of all 31 or 35 days. So. That's not the worst. It's not the best. It doesn't start till next week, or the beginning of next week either, which kind of sucks. 5 a day again, which was a great deal. That was a really great deal. Actually, I bought them every single day, I believe. You're going to get an 80% discount on 12 Dragon Stones once, a 50% discount on 32 Dragon Stones 3 times, so that'll be $8, I think, because it's usually $17, so it's like $8. So $24 will get you 90 stones. That's about half, roughly, the price of what 91 stones is usually. So in the 91 Dragon Stones, you can get a 20% discount for 10 times only. That is probably going to be about $30, because that's usually what it is. So this is a big debate I've been having with a couple friends of mine right here. 200 million downloads special summon. It's got Rose and Vegito on it, obviously. This might be a ticket banner. This is something that I speculated about. This is exactly kind of the same way they set it up for the 175 million downloads one that we got all the God leads for with the tickets. And it was like, based on how many stones you spent over the life of your account, you got a certain number of tickets. If they do it that way for this, my theory is that it will be Rose, Vegito, Trunks, and Fuse Zamasu, because that is the meta that was released. Not the meta, but that is the God leads for the post type lead one. So after Omega Shenron came out, I believe Omega Shenron was the last of the God leads. After Omega Shenron came out, then Rose and Vegito came out at the same time, and then Trunks and Zamasu came out at the same time. So I imagine it'll be something like that. I don't know though. This is all speculation until this banner comes out at 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. So that's nice. Dual Dokkan Festival. You can see in the background Gogeta and Omega Shenron. It's going to be 2 banners. We don't know anything about these banners, though, unfortunately. It could be really anything from this Omega Shenron banner. I imagine will have Omega Shenron, both versions, strength and physical. It'll also probably have Sin Shenron, I imagine, because especially since this Omega Shenron's physical, those two are going to be best friends. Gogeta really could be anything from a fusion banner to GT cards to, I don't know. One theory that I really like to see is because data miners have found that Cooler and Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku are both inactive cards in the game's code, as I have 20% battery remaining because I'm really responsible. Since those 2 cards are in the code already, that it might be those banners with these 2 added and some other modifications, which would be fantastic because I've been looking forward to Cooler a lot. I think that Cooler is the best card in the game, but maybe now Omega Shenron will be, just because he does pretty much the same thing on top of also lowering attack and defense. I don't think he lowers. I don't think he boosts his own defense though. So it'll be an examination, but we'll see. So new Dokkan event, Unrivaled Ultimate Fusion for Gogeta, and then Super 2 difficulty for Omega Shenron. They're gonna do a kind of ghetto Kai summon. Only gonna be 5 Elder Kai. It's only gonna be 25 stones. Kind of sucks, but it's whatever. This I don't know anything about. LR Challenge campaign. That'll be interesting. This is the Bulma event, where it's going to be just orbs for her. So let me say that one more time. It's going to be orbs just for Bulma. They're not going to be for anything else. They're just going to be for this Bulma card, and you can upgrade this card through farming all these orbs. I like that art a lot, by the way. Stamina required for Dokkan events halved. XP triple. That's pretty much how it was before. It was quadruple, but still. And then 30% off trade point prices, which doesn't start for like 3 weeks or 2 weeks, which kind of sucks because they just ended like today for the 2-year celebration. But anyway, sorry about all the delays and that stuff. I can't believe I finally have this guy. It's so amazing. Anyway, that is going to do it for this discussion of the 200 million downloads celebration. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. I'm definitely excited for this. A lot of Dragonstone opportunities, and just really excited that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is finally just a card. So I'll probably discuss that over the next few weeks, though, because that's just something I've looked forward to for a really long time. Anyway, that is going to do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle.